Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the best stationery, in my opinion, for note-taking and for studying just in general. I love stationery so much, so I'm really going to get in depth in like the pros and cons of each one of these because I really think that you'll benefit from knowing which one's going to be better for different crowds. And if you hear my voice a little strange, I do have a minor cold. I'm getting over it, but yeah, I'm super excited to talk about stationery today, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss another one of my videos, and let's get straight on into it. So the first thing is mild highlighters, but they're not the zebra mild highlighters. They're ones from Amazon that I found. All of these stationery things I'm going to be talking about are going to be linked down below for you guys so you guys can check them out. They're not affiliate links, so don't worry about me making any commission from them. But anyways, I love these. I've had these for years. They're really good quality, and I love the chiseled side of the highlighter and also like the markery side. I love the color options and the affordability. This one's a lot more affordable than a regular zebra highlighter. I got like a pack of 30 highlighters for like $17.99 or $28. I don't know, but I know it was a big amount, and I barely spent any money compared to the mild highlighters. Since they're so popular, I think these are a really good alternative. I've heard really good things about the actual ones, but I think these ones are just incredible because they've lasted me so long and they're just so good quality, and they just enhance my learning style even more. I am like testing each one of the highlighters out so you guys can see what they look like. So here is like an upper view of all of the markers. Again, they have really good durability, and I love all the color ranges. You can tell which ones I use the most and which ones I don't use because the ones I use the most are the ones that run out a lot quicker. I also show you guys the ghosting. I don't think it's that bad. If you don't know what ghosting is, it's just like if you can see it on the back page, and I don't think it's that bad. And for the price, I really like it. So I would highly recommend these if you're studying highlighting or making titles per se on your notes. So the next ones I have are stablio pens. Now, these ones are a little bit newer to me, like I just got them like a month or two ago, but I haven't put them down since. I really do like them. They're so thin, they're so easy to use. I love how thin the packaging is as well. It is a 0.4 millimeter like fine liner type, and you don't really see that these days, and I really like how it makes my handwriting look and how it looks on my notes. I love the types of colors it comes with and all that stuff. I show you the black one because the black one's the one I use the most. But I think this is really good if you make headings and you like to add like drop shadows because they're good behind things and they're so thin that they'd be really good for you and note-taking. Here's a little upper version of it. As you can see, my handwriting looks super crisp, clean, and just overall it looks really good. And again, they have so many different colors. I will say I think it's a little expensive compared to other pens, but you know, if you want to splurge on something, get you some stablio pens. I've been wanting them for a really long time, and the price point was the reason why I wasn't getting them. There's probably other things you can get over these stablio pens, and if you do, let me know down below. But overall, I really like these. And this one probably has the worst ghosting just because it is a fine liner. So next we have Japanese styled pens. These are supposed to be like the Muji pens. I love these so much. Like, they are game changing for when you have different studying things that you need to do. If you're taking notes in class. I personally took them to class and then everybody wanted them, so then I never took them back to class. but I really love them. I will leave the link down below because the price point is amazing. The packaging, amazing, like sleek, beautiful, thin, and it just makes my handwriting look so crisp. This is probably my favorite one out of all of these pens. Like, if you were to drop down and buy something right now, buy this one, because I love these pens. They're amazing. They come in so many different styles, and they have a bigger pack, which is like 18 pens for like $18, but this one's like 12 for like $8 or something like that. I don't know, 12 for like 9, maybe 12 for 10. I know it's around $10, and this one doesn't even have that bad of ghosting. Like, there's no ghosting. It just kind of leaves a lot of ridges in the back of your paper, but my favorite pen of all time. Love it so much. So these ones are really popular, and for a reason. The papermate inkoy pens. These ones, I love taking them to class because they have amazing ink flow, and they last me a really long time. Like, I feel like I've bought these last year and I'm using them again for this school year. They last you a really, really long time. I love the grip. I love the packaging, how sleek it is. And I also feel like, you know, if you get the 25 pack or whatever, it's going to be $25. If you lose one, they usually come in doubles. Then I also threw in the ballpoint pen, which is even cheaper. And the ballpoint pen is really good if you have like bigger handwriting like I do. If you want thinner handwriting, I would get the papermate inkoy pens, like the gel version, over the ballpoint pen, but they're both pretty great. The inkoy gel pens are actually a little bit more expensive, but I love them both pretty equally. I would prefer the papermate inkoy pens, the gel ones, just because I love them so much, and they're so good for class, just class note taking. If I'm to like redo my notes and like do it at home, I'd probably go with my Japanese style pens or like my mild highlighters and kind of go with those two over these, but they're really good for class. And you can find them pretty much everywhere. Like, you don't even have to go to Amazon. You could find them at Target. So you can find them at Walmart too. So I think that's really cool and convenient. As far as ghosting, I think this one has it actually has ghosting because of how inky it is. And there's a lot of ridges, but you know what? I think that it's really worth it. I really love them for class papers, and right here, you can literally see all of the ridges, all of the stuff, compared to the Japanese style pens, so whatever floats your boat. So the big gelocity pens, they're probably the most underrated pens. Like, nobody talks about these pens. Have you ever heard anybody talk about these pens? No. I love these pens because, number one, they're super affordable for all of the colors you get. They have an amazing grip. They're really similar to the papermate inkoy pens, but maybe a little bit better because they last me such a long time. I've had these for like 4 years. I really, really love them, and they come in so many different like shade ranges. Kind of sounds like I'm a makeup guru, but shade ranges, like different types of colors of the same shade or whatever, so like different blues, different greens, different purples. I really, really like that, and I honestly think these are really good just to like throw in your bag and like always have them there, because I've had these for so long and they're just amazing. You're probably thinking, how do I have these pens so long? I do alternate my pens, but I always go back to these ones just because they're so dependable and I love them, and they're just great. Like, the gripping I much prefer over the papermate ones, and I love clicky type pens as well. These ones are really, really great. I also think they just make my handwriting look a little sleek, a little bigger per se, because they are kind of like ballpoint pens. They're not like fine liners. So yeah. And then as far as ghosting, it's better than the papermate. The papermate is probably the worst one out of all of them, so keep that in mind. So these are actually my last pens, frixion erasable pens. If you have not been here before on my channel, I talk about these pens all the time. I love them so much. But I will say, they do smear, they are expensive, and the ink runs fast. I think these are really good if you have like a math class or something like that you want to have like nice colorful pens, because I used to do my math notes in the papermate, and then I was always scribbling things out, and then I switched to the frixion ones, and they're just 10 times better and 10 times easier to use. I don't think these would be good if you're doing like final notes, just because they do smear and they're expensive and they're hard to find. They do have a lot of colors, but I do think, you know, there's other gel pens that you could go with. But again, I love these pens. I always throw them in my bag in case I'm taking notes for something that is important and I don't want to mess it up and I need to erase. So the last thing is the frixion erasable highlighters. I use these for textbooks and in-class notes in case I want to erase what I highlighted. I would not use these outside of class, to be honest, because I would use just the mild pen, like the mild highlighters, and that's that. They do not ghost though, like compared to the mild liners, but I will say I would only use these for class because they're expensive like the other frixion pens are. And that is basically all of the stationery that I would recommend you guys use for your studying and for your note taking. The first half of the video was very much so things that I would use outside, like for my notes outside of class, and then like the frixion ones are the definitely ones where I would just use them in class because they're so easy to use. They're just a little bit more expensive, and since I'm not in class as often as I would be like outside of class, then it kind of goes like that. But anyways, I hope this video helps you out and helps you figure out what stationery you need to buy just to start off your collection of stationery, because I love stationery, so I think everyone should have a collection of stationery. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and once you hit the bell, you should not forget to miss one of my videos. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for next Sunday's video because I promise you guys it will be an amazing one. Bye guys.